Yes, good morning around the world. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, friends, followers of Schengen Story Media. We are back at it again this 8th of November 2021, and we are at what we do best in our little way, give updates, give discussions on occurrences around the world. And this morning, we're doing the same with friends and coordinators all around Europe. So, as usual, joining us is my very good friend, Honorable Matthew Ogaraku from the Bedford, UK. Matthew, good morning, sir. Good morning. Welcome to News Roundup Monday, 8th of November.
My dear, thank you to have you. Our viewers worldwide, you're welcome to yet another new day. Wish you the best. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. So I know the weather is changing there, and a lot of things are happening. So, but we're coming back now there in Imo State, Nigeria. Imo State, Nigeria. Our coordinator, Favor Bomje, is ready to give us the news update. So let's sit back and listen to the Nigerian news update and some update from around the world on news headline with Favor Ebomuji. Thank you.
Hello all, welcome to today 8th of November on Schengen Story Media News Headlines around the world. My name is Favor Chukwemere Ebomuche and I'm coming live from Imo State, Nigeria. A U.S. appeal court has temporarily blocked President Joe Biden's plans for a vaccine mandate for businesses. At least 98 people have died after a massive explosion when a fuel tanker collided with a lorry in Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown. Fuel spilled before igniting and the resulting inferno engulfed bystanders and vehicles at a busy junction. Iraq Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi has said he escaped unhurt after a drone attack on his home inside Baghdad's high-security green zone. Prime Minister says Ethiopians must be ready to make sacrifices to salvage country as conflict with Tigrayan forces deepens and US order staffs out. 3 people have been seriously injured in a knife attack on a high-speed train in southern Germany. Police arrested the alleged attacker, a 27-year-old Syrian man, shortly after the attack on a train traveling between the cities of Regensburg. Police in Houston, Texas have opened a criminal investigation into the deaths at Astro World Festival on Friday. At least 8 people died and scores of people were hurt after a crowd surge on the opening night of the music event in Houston, Texas. One of Spain's busiest airports shut down for nearly 4 hours on Friday after an apparent attempt by migrants to enter the country illegally. In Nigeria, gunmen on Saturday allegedly took away ballot boxes from the 2 polling centers at the Immaculate Heart Catholic Church and the St. Faith Catholic Church in Fege, Onitsha, ANAMBRA State. Members of Shura Judicial Council of the Islamic State West African Province, ISWAP, have appointed Sani Shuwaram, a 45-year-old, as the new leader in the Lake Chad. Number of people rescued from the collapsed 21-story building in Ikoyi has increased to 15. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu confirmed. The governor disclosed that 42 bodies had been recovered from the site as at 6 p.m. on Saturday. The family of the late managing director of Foursquare Homes, Femi Osibona, are reportedly engaged in a war over his properties. While Osibona's wife is on one side, his family members are on the other. Osibona was one of the 42 persons confirmed dead so far in the collapsed 21-story building he was putting up in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State for commercial purposes. The chairman, Warri Area Council, has blamed the fatalities caused by Friday's fire incident at Kubwa Village Market area of Warri on negligence by the traders selling their goods by the roadside. No fewer than 6 bodies have been recovered from the scene of the incident, including others who were severely injured and are currently receiving treatment in the hospital. Finally, for today, Barcelona have confirmed the appointment of Xavi as their new head coach on the contract until 2024. Thank you as I send you back to our Europe studio for more news discussions.
Thank you very much, Favor Ihoma Omuche from Imo State, Nigeria. Good update. Honorable Matthew, we're back. Now, what is happening? The election has been going on, and we've been following the Anambra State. Anambra State is southeast Nigeria. Anambra had their elections on Saturday, the 6th of November. Somehow, somewhere, there were hitches, and it was suspended and postponed to Sunday, 7th of November, the next day. Now, we've been following it, different parties, 12 political parties registered and 12 candidates for that election. The election hasn't been truly fair as such. So much electoral malpractices, so many not very good reports coming from the various polling stations. Last night, the INEC official, the INEC coalition officer was giving the results, and they had to stop halfway because of some local government who didn't have the final results. So anyway, this morning, what we've had is the coalition and the results. Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has suspended the coalition of results for the Anambra State governorship election. The returning officer for that election is one Professor Florence Obi. She announced this morning at the headquarters of INEC in Oka. Party agents, reporters, observers, and other people waited up till 12:15 a.m. this morning for the declaration of the winner. But the event took a different turn as Professor Obi announced suspension of the results. So we are waiting for what happens next. We don't know what has caused this suspension. Rather than declaring the winner of the election, she made supplement. She said there will be supplementary elections to be conducted in one of the local government area. I think that's Ihiala local government area. So Ihiala local government area has some very strange occurrence. The electoral officer there ran away with results and everything. Very strange. So, Honorable Matthew, are you also following the Anambra election? What do you say? What do you have about it?
As regard to Anambra State election, just like every other election in Nigeria, I think in the past, in our past broadcasts, we have talked about election in Nigeria and the presidential system of election. Yeah. It simply means that what counts is whatever number that appears there makes the election legitimate. Unfortunately, whether the number is high or less, important that you have one number ahead, you win. Not the best of it. So, however, from indication, from the trend there, it is clear that the APUGA is having a lead. Yeah. However, from the update from our Imo State correspondents, you hear that the government took away boxes in certain places. In some other places, there were some intimidations. All those things that I've told you about, where people do what it takes to win, what it takes just to
what
win.
It takes, win by all costs.
That is unfair, but that is what is characterized in a presidential system, because what everybody is thinking is to have a way of having a number one ahead the other. But as well, if election in certain areas was conducted and then numbers could not be found, the electoral officer has a right to suspend the results so as to ascertain what exactly happens to such results, and then be able to, yes, he will be making unfair judgment. From all indications, yeah, Apoga is doing well. And honestly, it's not as if I'm so happy to discuss about the issue of election based on the situation in Nigeria. However, now that it has happened, we'll talk about it. Apoga has almost had Anambra as their base, and the past government has not done too bad, despite the fact that we expect more all the time. P2B did well, and Obiano followed suit fairly, despite what seems to be the individual clashes they had. I think there were signs of payment. People's salary were paid in Anambra State, and there was some levels of sustenance. I don't know what to measure good performance in government in Nigeria for now, but from the little we had or saw, Obiano did well, just like P2B. So, and then based on that, I think they can be able to win over. But it's also an open political engagement. We had the big parties present. The APC is there. The PDP is there. There are also some indigenous sons and daughters who have done very well for the state, who may deserve to serve. So they had credible candidates, they have credible ideas. Anambra is the Anambarians. So they know what to do, and they believe themselves, they love themselves. They demonstrated it here. That's why none of the parties were dear visitors. They all did well. It was a clear competition. Clear competition. You don't expect what do you call it, outright majority win. No, I think the results showed very well. The only thing that is lacking is the idea of some ballot boxes being lost, and some other areas where maybe there were contests over how the accounting and the conduct. However, I think these things will be overcome, and then we'll have a result in the shortest possible time. In the after Sunday postponed date, I think all these things will be made clear. We'll have a result. Unfortunately, this is what we get from a presidential system as Nigerian type. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew, there's much going on around the world, but we don't have time to go into everything. The news headline has given us some highlights, but also I know there in UK there are some funny situations also. Can you brief us on what happened?
Honestly, it's also good to learn from every situation that happens your way. In the UK Parliament, in the last 2-3 days, there has been this issue of the performance of how the role of the elected representatives over lobby issue. But this came over that one is lobbying for the same company he is working for. Normal issue is you lobby the parliamentarians,
yes,
citizens and companies. Lobbies uses parliamentarians to lobby for policies in favor of their administration, in favor of their government, at least to get their policies kind of recognized. However, this man, Owen Peterson, is not just only a parliamentary lobby, but he's lobbying for the company that is paying him 100,000 a year. Such a hobby is a conflict of interest. And unfortunately, when this issue was reported and brought to the parliament, the Conservative Party voted, instead of voting to sack him for giving him suspension for, as law permits, 1 month suspension, they decided to vote to change the law, thereby keeping him in the parliament. And then when the watchdog found it to be wrong and then reported the issue, he was forced to resign. So, but this is one of those things that happens, what we call impunity in Africa, impunity in Nigeria. This is exactly how it happens, where you say we have the number to do what we want instead of doing what is right. So here, we should learn from this incident here, that even if you have the number, does not mean that you do what you want. Even if you have the number, means you have to do the will of the people. There should be independent watchdogs to overlook the activities of people from presidency to the House, to the legislation. All this should be done. That's the only way we'll start coming on fairness in government. But if we continue to be, once I win this, I have it all, the winner takes it all, never helps anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Oh, dear, that's a good one. So Owen Peterson is going to face face the law. Okay, moving forward. Also, Ethiopia in Africa, there, the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia is bracing for all-out war as the rebels advance in the capital. This is what we were getting this morning. The rebels. I know you're following the Tigrayan, that situation there, and it's not pleasant at all. It's not pleasant. Yesterday on Thursday, they had a candlelight ceremony for the victims of the Tigrayan conflict, and it wasn't a good one. People dying up from these not so well policies of government. So the government has declared a 6-month state of emergency since Tuesday last week, and the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and authorities in Ethiopia are trying to really defend their country from the Tigrayan Defense Force. The Tigrayan People Defense Force is a force of it's actually coming from the Tigrayan People Liberation Front, a rebel group, and they merged up with another rebel group and formed this Tigrayan Defense Force. And since Abiy Ahmed's second term, it's been terrible. So we are watching what is going there in Ethiopia. It's not nice when these things happen. The poor people, the ordinary citizen, people are helpless, suffer. And they suffer because government don't know what to do. They don't do the right thing. The Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, is not, even though he was once he was once like a favorite of the people, but he doesn't seem to listen to advice. He's not into from different corners on way forward on governance in his country. So this has led to this. So we are watching that. We'll bring more updates on Ethiopia. Also, in our country, there are some other news there. In Lagos, there was the collapse of the building. Did you follow that, Honorable Ogaraku? Did you follow the collapsed building in Gerald Ikoyi, Lagos?
You see, one funny thing is this building, not only that it collapsed, the owner of the building was a victim to it, unfortunately. And this is one of those things that will give us some lessons. I may not say, I cannot say he is the fault of the fall of the building, no. But however, whenever we compromise the standard, whoever does it, whenever we compromise standard, we are all victims. We are all, it is possible part of some of the contractors and their workers are part of the victims of this collapse. And how can a 27-story building collapse under construction? That simply means the right foundation was not met. I think these are areas we have to look into so much.
Collapse like sand. It just collapsed.
Yes, like yes. We feel seas. We feel everywhere, claiming lands everywhere without knowing exactly how best it is well prepared. That's why these things happens. You don't build wherever you saw a space. It's not every space that is meant for building and building high building. And then to build the high buildings, that is a basic thing that need to be done. Unfortunately, not only that there is this incident, good part of the owner of the building, the proprietor of the building.
Thank you very much. Matthew, we're supposed to round up, but our colleague from Paris, from France, is joining now. Let's just hear a few updates from Matthew Ebomuche. Matthew, where have you been? We missed you. We were looking for you. We were putting our searchlight and all over France. Where's Matthew? Where is Matthew? You're welcome, Matthew. How are you there?
I'm all right.
I know you've been good.
Yeah.
Yes, we actually wanted to do a quick one today and go back to our other activities. But let's hear from you. What do you have? What updates do you have from your corner?
There's not much updates, but all we're just hearing about is also still on that the collapsed building in Lagos. Some people are saying some personalities are involved in that house. That the house was initially, approved for a 10-story building, and they exceeded the 10-story building and went for 15. It was stopped. Later, they went through the back and got a permission to go on. And then from the 15 they were going to go, they now went higher. And again, we are also getting news that there was no structural engineer that actually looked at the whole thing to find out how good the land is and how strong the foundation is. And then they said the owner, the constructor, just bought some flashy cars a week before this happened, which means they don't even care about people's life. All they want is to amass wealth. And some dignitaries or personalities in the nation they are linked to this building. They are really linked to the building, but we don't want to mention names because we have not yet really confirmed all those. Then on the news of election, we are getting that ANAMBRA is leading. Yeah. They suspended it?
Yeah, they suspended the coalition, the collecting of results and announcing the results. This morning, you didn't get that?
No, because
every announcement, everything for now was on suspense.
So to give room for manipulation or what?
We don't know what happened, but the woman, Professor Obi, came this morning to say INEC suspends coalition of ANAMBRA governorship results. So we are still, our alert is open, looking to what could be happening. Everybody's ears there, waiting, looking seriously. Let's see what happens next. Anyway, thank you very much, Matthew Ebomuche and Matthew Ogaraku from Bedford. We also have Favor Ihoma from Imo State, giving us beautiful updates, and everybody's doing great for the Schengen news roundup. So I want to leave you guys with a thank you message, and keep your radars up, keep your alert and everything up, watch what is going on. We might come back again, maybe tomorrow, if possible, if you guys want us to, so that we give the updates on what is going on in ANAMBRA and other places too. So for now, thank you. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you.
Thank you so
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. There are articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions. Celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle, inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment, a better mind keeping you updated.
Hashtag Schengen Story Magazine. Get Schengen Story Magazine full edition.